Hello everyone. So in the chapter files, so far we have seen the definition of file, then what is the need of file, then different types of file like text file, binary file, then different file operations. Also we discussed about the opening file, right? How to open the file, and also we performed two programs. One was simply to open the file, and one more program we performed where we discussed that we seen that how to write in the if something is written in the file, then how we can print that in the on the console, right? That we also discussed, and also we went through all the file modes, like different modes we have. One topic which we are going to, two topics today we are going to cover. The first is closing a file. So guys, keep in mind that when you open any file, for one specific operation, for example, suppose you want to open the file, means you want to just want to write something, or right, you want to write something on the file W mode, and you have performed that operation on that file, and after that, after writing, you want to read the content. But now keep in mind that in between writing and reading operation, first you have to close the file, right? So the order should be like this, like first you will open the file, then you will perform write operation, then you will have to close the file, again you have to open the file, then you can open it in the read mode, and then again close it. So every time you perform any specific operation, you always keep in mind that first open that file, then perform operation and close that file, again open that file, perform the operation and close that file. The reason is closing the file every time, it is like to refresh the content, right? So always close the file after performing any operation. And how to close the file? Simply fclose is the function, and in the parameter simply pass that pointer, file pointer, right? So yeah, this is something very important, that how to close the file. Now today we are going to talk about some important inbuilt functions. We are going to perform the inbuilt functions. Here we have inbuilt file functions. So let's start one by one. The very first function is the fopen. We have already used this function in our program, so we know that this function we use to create a new file or to open the existing file, right? And we know that if when we are opening the fopen and if file does not exist, and if we have used the append mode, it will create that file, right? Yeah. The next function is the fclose. We just discussed about the fclose, that every time when you perform any operation, always make sure that you have closed that file, and then again you can open it for the another operation, right? Okay. The next is a getC. If you remember, in the last program we used this function getC. So getC is basically we use to read a character from the file. If you remember, in the previous program what we did, we read the content from the text file, and we have printed on the console, right? So to read the character from the file, we use the getC. But let's say that you want to write something, in the file. In that case, you can use the putC. Just like, suppose you have the content on the console, right? Suppose you have the content on the console, and if you want to write the same content on a file, so in that case you can use the putC. But keep in mind, both these functions we use to read and write the content character by character, right? So one character it will read. Okay, so after that I'm just keeping this two. This I'll talk in the last. This two. This two I'll talk in the last. Now the next is we have the similar like a get C and put C. We have a get W and put W. Both have the same operation. Like get W we use for the read operation, put W we use for the write operation, but here we specify that the content is integer, right? So suppose it's a mathematical kind of thing or like that, so in that case we can use the get W and the put W functions, right? Okay, then we have the fseek, then we have fseek, ftell, these two. So see, seek name means that we are looking for something, right? Seeking for something, and tell means we want to tell something. So let's understand this. Fseek is a function which sets the position to the desired point in the file. Now let's say that this is my file, right? This is my file and I'm looking for some particular word. Let's say I'm searching for I'm finding some particular word and my word is over here, means I'm seeking for this location. I'm seeking for this location because that word is over here, so I'm seeking for this location. So by using the fseek function you can set your pointer to the position you are seeking for, right? So this is the use of the fseek function. Then ftell gives the current position, in the file. Means what? That let's say you are reading the file, you are printing or you are writing in the file, and let's say you started reading, you are reading this, you are reading the content and you have reached over here. Let's say you have reached over here and you are doing some other thing. Then how system will come to know that where is your cursor, right? Where is your cursor? So by ftell function you can come to know that what is your current location, that or current position. So ftell function gives the current position in the file. So when we say the position in both the cases, means we are talking about the cursor position or the cursor location, right? So this is about the fseek and ftell. Now the next is the rewind. Name itself rewind, to rewind something. So what it does, it sets, just a minute, so it sets the position to the beginning of the file irrespective of your current location. If this is my file, these are the content, and let's say my cursor is over here right now, but suppose you want to read the file from the beginning. In that case you need to move this cursor from this location to this location. Then how to do that? This rewind function will help you in that case. If you will use the rewind function, it will put this cursor over here, so it sets the position to the beginning of the file, right? So this is about the some basic functions of the file. Now let's talk about these two, fprintf and fscanf. So see, till date what we understand, that the print means print something on the console, right? Print something on the console, and scan means take the data from the console and store in the memory. This is what we understand till date. If I say printf means write on the console, right? And if I say, okay, let me write it in the other slide. Okay, it's fine. And fscanf. Fscanf means what? Fscanf means fscanf means take the data from the console and store it in memory, right? This is what we understand. But if you notice, this is printf and scanf. This is printf and scanf. But here we have fprintf. Here we have fprintf and fscanf. So what is the difference? So the difference is, see, fprintf. When you use this function, it write data value to the file. So if this is my file, and if I want to write something, if I want to write the continuous data, or I want to write the data, see, mind it, here we are talking about the data and this was about a single character. Okay, so don't get confused. So if I want to write the data values to a file, so if I want to write something, let's say I want to write A, B, C, D, to write this continuously, I'm not talking about the single characters, a data, bunch of data, I can use the printf, right? I can use the printf. And suppose I want, okay, and scanf. So what scanf does? Reads a set of data value from the file. So if I want to read, if in other words we talk, this is something related with the writing operation and this is reading operation, right? So if I say fprintf means I want to write the data on the file, and if I say fscanf means I want to read the data from the file. So this is about the inbuilt file functions. More we will see about these functions in the programs. Okay, so that's it for this session.